Hi everybody, I've just returned back from the Builders Merchants. Would you like to see what I purchased? Follow me. I've just purchased one of the 4 roof windows that are going to go in upstairs. Now they're a great product, Optilite. I've used them in the past, so tried and tested. I know they're you know, a good product to use. So yep, one of 4 going in. Managed to get some more materials this time, a little bit extra, because people had supported me through Patreon, buy me a coffee, super chat. Thank you Michael Nance for your kind donation in particular, it really did help. So we've got lots of material now. We're going to get set up and get started on today's video. Okay, day 2. I got rained off yesterday, so let's try again today. It does look like it's going to rain, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to take the chance. Hey, it's only a bit of water. Nothing too much to damage. I've got a sheet anyway, so yeah, we're going to open the roof up shortly. But first we're going to get the window assembled, and then I've got to figure out whereabouts I'm going to site the window. I'm going to have to cut through 2 of these rafters. But that's not an issue, we're going to put some new ones in. Right, let's get started. Be careful when you're chucking cardboard away, because sometimes the packing reveals the tools and the screws, so yeah, something like that. It's got all the fixing brackets in it, so be cautious when you're chucking away your cardboard. It's always important to follow the instructions. Okay. But seriously, follow the instructions. I've done this a couple of times, but spin that round. On each side you'll see some pins on the hinges. So next stage is open the window up roughly 65 degrees, prop it up at the back, and then there's 2 locating pins each side of the hinge. You press those and you lift the window out. Now this can be a fiddly operation even if you've done it a few times. I normally press it in with a little Allen key or something. It's difficult for me to lean over and keep you in focus. Et voila. So this is the inside. It will be our roof window. Now what I like about these is you've got ventilation points there. It's very important. There's a little mesh in there so the bugs can't get through, so yeah, you need air circulation. Okay. So what's in the box? Have a look. We have window handle, that's got to be fixed next. We've got the fixing brackets, check, fixing screws, yeah, and that's quite important. It's a wedge. What that does, when the brackets go onto the framework, when you want to adjust them before you fix them, you can push that in backwards and forwards and it will lift it up. So yes, okay, put these somewhere safe. I'm going to put the handle on next. Nice little touch. The screws are concealed. Simple design, but it works. screw into place. Probably going to go to about there, maybe a little bit to the left and to the right and up and down, but basically it's going to go like that. These timbers will be removed. There'll be two each side rafters connecting to these purlins, and then a trimmer top and bottom. Now I don't think that I need to double up on the trimmers because it's so close to the supporting purlins, but if I feel the need for it I will put them in. They'll be going in like that, and they'll be supporting the underside of the battens. A little bit of packing out to do because these are different dimensions to the, well, every single rafter in here is a different dimension, but when you're putting new into old there's a lot of adjustments. But it gives me a good opportunity to strengthen this roof up. A little bit weak in places. I've just noticed that one of the rafters is just about touching this main purlin. Amazing how it's still up. So what I need to do now before I sandwich this up close to this rafter, I need to get this new one further up past into the purlin. This is the purlin. There's one here, there's one above. They're the cross supporting timbers, so I'm just going to pop the screw in here. That's got it. Okay, come back to that in a second, but it's definitely gone past the point where I need it to be, so happy with that. Right, let me show you this top section of roof. Now the top third of the roof, where it goes up into the ridge beam here from the purlin here, these rafters here are very, very bowed. I'm not sure whether the angle portrays it particularly well, but it's going to need some reinforcing work rather soon. I mean, I know the roof isn't dead flat, you know, these old timbers move and bend and they're very strong, but that there looks like a particular weak spot, so I'll have to be very, very careful on how I reinforce that with new timbers. Don't want to disturb the old rafters too much, but that definitely needs my attention. It basically just means that I run new rafters, continue them through right away to the top third, to the top ridge beam. So yeah, I'll just run all fresh timbers in now just to give it a bit of extra strength. See these, that timber there is coming out. A new one of these will sit along here, and then the trimmers will go top and bottom. I'm not exaggerating, it's quite precarious up there. I am going to put my hard hat on and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, if we sort of look from there, that's the weak spot there. If I, oh, can you hear it? There's a lot of pressure under there. Yeah, and these battens ain't really supported properly, so yeah, I've got to do this a little bit carefully. So what I'm going to do is the same as I've done here. I'm going to reinforce each rafter, and then from the top of that A-frame there to this A-frame here, I'm going to run a smaller version of one of these across. So we're going to have new rafters sort of piggybacking each side of these. We'll fix into the sides so it stops the roof from moving anymore. It might be a little bit difficult because there is a slight bow, but if I'm careful I should be able to do it. And then what I'll do, I'll run a cross brace connecting all those rafters in the middle to each side there. Okay, as normally the way, it's always a little bit more complicated, but we will get there with it. So I've just offered up the purlin, which is the cross brace. I'm going to have a little sort of move about with that to see how it picks up on the joists, and then I'll probably push it to one side, cut all the rafters in, and then try and get this back so it picks up all the new rafters. But it's going to be a little bit of adjustment, so let's just see what I can do with it. It's hot underneath this tiled roof. Might be once I get me silver foil insulation up there. I can't do that until it's safe. Whew. Well, I'm not over exaggerating when I say that that was at the verge of collapse. I had to get that timber in pretty rapid. Only just got it in temporary, but it can't collapse now. I've got the cross brace going in, so I'll just get that in and then work around that. At least I know nothing's gonna collapse in. But yeah, that timber is so fragile. I mean, it's got timbers either side, but I've noticed the one to the right doesn't go to the ridge beam at the top, so that's not a great deal. So it's just the one to the left, which is a timber laying on its side, so it hasn't got the actual depth of strength in that timber. Whew. Couldn't film it, I had to rush and cut it quick. But anyway, it's in now, it's safe, so I can work under there safely. Yeah, it's the first time I've really been up close. I mean, I stood down here, but you don't really, you know, see the full extent of the damage to some of them. The roof behind me to the rear of the property, that's okay, that had been replaced. The timbers are a bit rustic, but they're solid. But this side, and it's the same in the other top section over there, so yeah, before I do any cutting for the openings for the Veluxes, I have to get it strengthened up. It's, you know, it's nothing complicated, it's just a couple of cross beams and some new timbers, but nevertheless, I've got to work safely. Can't rush these things, you know. As much as I wanted to get the windows in, been waiting with the weather. Of course, I had the digging out the back to do, so yeah, you just got to juggle your days about. But it is very hot underneath these tiles. The sun's come out and whoo! But I can't put the silver on until this is done, so just got to knuckle down and get on with it. Right, I'm happy that that's in now, so I haven't got to rush so much now. So right, let's get back up there. Let's show you what I've just done. So like I say, it's just literally temporary. Fixed each side, and I'll get in there and level it up in a moment. The main concern was just stopping it collapsing. So if I just show you the rafter in question, it's that one there. Let's see, it's really twisted. But it's okay now. So I've just got to tap the beam up, get some fixings in it, and I'll work my rafters around this one. So that's how I'm going to adjust the roof line, not too much because I'll start losing tiles. And I don't want that, I've got enough of them already. Okay, right, give me 5 minutes to get this positioned. I'll show you the next stage. Yeah, it does show it needs to come down 6 centimetres this side, and then I'll get some fixings or some joist hangers each side. Yeah, that side of it's all going to be covered up, so although this isn't, you know, the traditional way to do it, this is an emergency way that's going to work, so that's what I've got to go with at the moment. I can't strip this roof off and all. Yeah, I mean, I'm of the opinion with these old buildings, yeah, try and do it as traditional as you can, but if you're going to do repairs, you know, don't try and imitate what's there, you know, with inferior materials like these softwood beams and joists and rafters and that. If people can see the original structure, they can clearly see that the softwood isn't part of it, then you know you're not deceiving anyone. So you know, I know in English heritage and that, when you have extensions and that, they've either got to be absolutely spot on period, or they have to be completely different. I mean, all this is getting covered up. You know, the integrity is still there with the old building of fabric. So yeah, you just can't get lumber, hardwood, you know, at an affordable cost like this anymore. It's just not possible. So yeah, with the softwood, it's all treated as well. Yeah, you just have to use what's at hand. I mean, the most important thing is keeping the structure up. You know, if it collapses, then it's game over. So yeah, all the original parts are still there. I haven't ripped much out, just added some new components to it. So yeah, all the feature, the A-frames will all be on show, and I'm going to do something with that lovely wall that separates the cottage to the barn, leave all the exposed beams there and timbers. So yeah, there's still going to be plenty of character in here, but you have to insulate them, you know, for modern day living, bring them up to spec. So I mean, these are not very pretty. These are literally, I don't know where they've come from. They're not original to this building. It's come from somewhere else, all the rafters and bits and pieces. So you know, I'm not too bothered about it. The A-frames, yeah, I'm not going to touch them, no way. I won't budge them up, but it's just there it goes. More important to save the building. So now that the timber is securely fixed into place, I'm perfectly happy that this isn't going to collapse now. It's picked up all the broken timbers. I've still got lots to do on it, but it's not going to come down anytime soon now. So right, now I've done that, I'm going to pop out. I'm going to an antique fair, and I'll see you shortly when I'll get back. Right, let's find somewhere to hook it up. Maybe somewhere where it would have hung originally. Now the reason why this is such a special find, A, because it's ultra rare. The gentleman that I purchased it from, he said it came from a chateau. It's hundreds of years old, which I well believe. You know, the construction dictates its age as well. So yeah, and what this is, I mean, obviously it would have been set in a much larger fireplace than this, but it would have been used to hang different apertures for, it's a bit difficult for me to show you, but maybe if I hang something up in the fireplace opening. Right, this here you might be familiar with, you might not, is like a sawtooth, sometimes referred to as sawtooth, but it's actually a crémaillé. The pronunciation, not sure if it's right in French, but basically you've got a hook on the bottom there. Now the top of this be suspended from various points here, and then once you've got that up in place quite high, then this, which is like a cradle, then goes onto there. Okay, so you're with me so far? So now we've got a cradle. This here is adjustable, so you can lift it up or lower it down depending on what temperature you needed it at. And then you can put things like this in the cradle. You can boil your kettle. You know, it can all be adjusted. Once the kettle's boiled, you can have this raised up, or you can put, you know, a cooking pot in there. So yeah, quite an interesting find. I mean, this cradle is ancient itself. This is at my personal collection. Okay, this was hanging up. So let's have a closer look at this. All handmade, wrought iron. Very, very unusual, you know, and very, very collectible. You know, if you've got a big fireplace, you could hang all sorts of things from that. So yeah, what a great find. Let's see whether it suits the opening. I mean, obviously I'm not having an open fire here, but even if I've got a wood burner, it's only going to come up to that high. So yeah, that might be the new position for that, not quite sure yet. Depends on what height I put the register plate in. All the same, absolutely fantastic, ultra rare find. Okay, let's have a look at the other things I bought. Oh, so he's got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray. Okay, what we got here? These were off the same gentleman that I bought the hanger from. They are really, really nice and unusual. Heavy metal. Great engineering. Handmade as well. Now these, I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep these or they might make my website shop, welcome-to-shaunsworld.com. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I have to check the shop out. These definitely will. These are lovely curtain tie backs, old backs. Bronze, ormolu. Great detailing. Two huge pots there. They weigh an absolute ton. And a mixing bowl. It's got to be cleaned up, but it might make my Etsy shop. So yeah, some real great purchases there. Yeah, well pleased with them. Nice to have a little break, a little walk around, and yeah, get back to work shortly. So it was a great antique fair, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, very nice.
I've got some great bits. I'll show you in a moment. Yeah. Because although we passed each other, you didn't actually see what I purchased, did you?
No, you didn't see what we got, did you?
No. So this is a first for me. Right, let's dive in straight away and have a look.
We also met up with Elliot's mum, Sue, who's a great friend of ours. Yeah. And had a coffee, which
Lovely.
was nice.
Oh, that's nice.
This is very nice.
Look at that.
It's a hand-painted ceramic plaque.
That's lovely.
In a brass surround with dragons on.
Beautiful.
Needs a bit of a clean.
Yeah. Oh, look, that's very apt.
Cast iron doorstop.
Yeah. Look at that. Look into my eyes.
Lovely, ever so
nice,
heavy.
yeah, looks it.
Bit of an animal theme.
Yeah. Oh.
Look.
Sweet, isn't it?
Oh, little
He's
dog.
so old.
Yeah. Yeah, don't take as much feeding as the ones we've got.
But he's cute, isn't he? Look, he's got the look, hasn't he?
Yeah.
His head's turned.
That's lovely, that. Very decorative.
Yes.
Toy from yesteryear.
Yeah. What else we got in the bag? Oh, number 15. Anyone's got a house, number 15?
Nice.
Great
French.
enamel French plaque.
Yeah. It's an old one as well.
Yeah, original. Oh, look at that.
That is a very heavy
Is that a money box?
bronze money box.
I thought it was, yeah. Now that is lovely. You sure you want to sell this?
So you pop the money in the slot.
Yeah.
And it's in the form of a bank.
Yeah, cool.
And then you can undo this finial on the top of the roof. And then that's how you get your cash out when it's time to raid the savings.
The old-fashioned way of saving money.
Yes.
Sometimes the best way. Look at that. Quality. Lovely. Let's have a look underneath. Yeah. Cast well.
Very heavy.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you put it down then.
Thank you.
So you had a good haul then?
Yeah, was that everything we got?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done. Right, so we go and have a quick look at mine.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you got.
There's nothing exciting. You won't get excited over it, I don't think. It's it's my usual stuff. But anyway, let's go and take a closer look.
You buy good stuff.
Yeah, I know.
You do. That at the back is. Oh, that!
Yeah.
Look at that.
Quite unusual, isn't it?
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Hundreds of years old, that.
Yeah, that's an old
That's
forged.
blacksmith made,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the same person that got the blacksmith forged coat hooks from. He had everything metal on there, some really, really ancient old tools, all really cleaned up nice. And he said this had come out of a chateau.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, it had for the size of it.
Yeah, that's had 3 cooking pots hanging from it, I should imagine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just...
And they had a lot of people to feed.
yeah.
I did, yeah.
So So yeah, that was a real unusual find.
That's lovely. It looks great in that fireplace. So yeah. You keep it.
I think I am. Yeah.
Oh, go on, keep it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that.
Yeah, that's the chimney crane that was in here, isn't it?
That one on the floor. It's.
Oh, that one.
That one. Yeah, that was the original one that was hanging up there.
That's very old, isn't it?
Look how thin the chain is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
so
fragile.
A lot of use.
So yeah, we had a real good time at the antiques fair. Got some great stuff. Some of it will make the shop, some of it won't. So don't forget to check out Sam's shop. The link will be in the description. My shop, welcometoshaun'sworld.com, is my website, and I've also got an Etsy store as well. So yeah, that'll be in the description also. Okay, right, we're going to have a quick cup of tea, we're going to check on the cats, I'll get changed and then get back to that roof structure, all them repairs. And of course I'm going to share the kittens with you. Yeah, let's go and see what the kittens are up to. Let's switch it to kitty cam. Right, Fifi.
Hello, Fifi.
It looks like the crazy gang has all gone asleep. All's been asleep.
Yeah. Oh, they're so cute.
All doing so well. And yeah, little Bobby as well. So little Bobby's having a scan soon, so we'll soon know if there's anything we need to do with her, although she's, you know, tearing around like the rest of them.
Yep.
But it's best to get checked out. Right, Fifi.
Fifi's looking at the camera.
She wants a stroke.
The other side of the camera. Yeah. Beautiful girl.
She's been playing with their toys. Thanks, Wayne and Natalie. They really do use their toys well. Play with them all the time. Right, I'm not going to disturb them no more. Quick cup of tea and then I'll get back to my job.
There's a video coming out on my channel, a little bit about the backstory about Fifi.
Okay.
And the kittens. I haven't edited it yet, or
they will be coming out,
but hopefully, yeah, it should be out soon.
Okay, I'll make an announcement when you put it up. Yeah, okay. Just a bit of backstory on Fifi's journey and all these kittens. Oh yeah. Don't forget to check that out. I'll put an announcement when Sam's edited it on her channel. Wow. What you see here is swallows. Do they call that a murmuration?
No.
It's not a murmuration, they're just all gathering.
Gathering ready to go back.
Ready to go back to where they migrate back to. Absolutely thousands of them in the sky. Never seen anything like it. Wow, they're coming back. Look at the sky. It's quite a rare sight, this.